Intelligent minds awaken early and slowly realize the world feels quieter, deeper, and strangely alone. The more intelligent the mind becomes, the more questions appear that no one else seems to ask or answer. As intelligence deepens, a quiet distance forms between you and the world you once felt part of. They begin to notice the gap between their inner world and the effortless connection others seem to share. Even surrounded by beauty, their deepest thoughts often have nowhere to land or be fully received. A deeply intelligent mind sees everything clearly, yet often feels understood by almost no one around them. The more they understand the world, the more they feel they are slowly drifting outside of it. Eventually, they realize intelligence expands awareness, but quietly deepens the feeling of separation. The burden does not come from ignorance, but from seeing too much of what cannot be unseen again. Truth does not always bring peace. Sometimes it removes the illusions that once made life feel lighter. An intelligent mind does not feel more powerful. It often feels increasingly overloaded and unable to rest. Clarity can become a silent prison where everything is understood, but nothing is truly shared. The more they understand deeply, the harder it becomes to find someone who can meet them at the same depth. Perspective expands, but so does responsibility for everything others never see or think about. It is not exhaustion from life itself, but from carrying too many truths without anywhere to place them. At the edge of understanding, they realize there is always more truth than the mind can comfortably hold. At some point, awareness no longer expands upward. It begins to descend into deeper and quieter spaces. Certainty is not destroyed by ignorance, but by understanding too much of what once felt stable and complete. When meaning expands beyond emotion, the world can begin to feel strangely distant and emotionally weightless. The mind begins to fragment perception of self when it holds too many possible versions of reality at once. When thought becomes infinite, even silence begins to feel heavy instead of peaceful. At the far edge of understanding, even existence begins to feel like something observed rather than lived. In the deepest darkness of thought, only one question remains, and it has no clear answer. And in the silence of the abyss, it feels as though something is quietly observing you in return. Meaning rarely arrives fully formed. It begins as a small light that quietly refuses to disappear. Growth begins when we stop chasing answers and start nurturing what gives life genuine meaning. A meaningful life is not measured by certainty, but by the moments carried forward through time. The future remains unwritten, and that uncertainty becomes freedom once we learn to embrace it. Perspective transforms suffering when we finally see our struggles as part of a much larger story. Wonder returns when we stop demanding explanations and allow mystery to exist beside understanding. Purpose often begins with a single act of light that quietly inspires countless others to shine. The path never becomes completely clear, yet each step forward creates the meaning we seek. Acceptance begins when we stop resisting reality and learn to move with life instead of against it. Peace arrives when we release the need to control every answer and every possible outcome. Life was never meant to stay fixed. Its beauty emerges through constant change and renewal. The universe needs no explanation to be beautiful. Existence itself becomes enough at last. Every chapter belongs to the whole story, even the seasons we once wished had never arrived. A meaningful life is not perfect. It is simply cultivated with patience, care, and presence. The answer was never hidden somewhere else. It was quietly forming within all along. Acceptance is not an ending but a beginning, where wisdom walks beside wonder into tomorrow. Join us in the next video as we explore more questions about life, meaning, and the hidden truths that shape who we are.